What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Show. Today we're looking at the new LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett's throne room from the Book of Boba Fett, set 75326, with 732 pieces that retails for $99.99 in the US. So this is a pretty cool set. So it's an update on Jabba's palace or Jabba's throne room, like the old set we got before that I loved so much and thought was super cool. But this is a new set that they've modified a little bit, changed the look of it, updated it for the Book Boba Fett series, or for the setup they have here specifically for the end of the Mandalorian Season 2, where Boba Fett returned to the palace and took over. So this is more based off of that, and we get some characters, that we saw at the end of the Mandalorian season there, that of course were missing in the Book of Boba Fett, but then we of course have Boba Fett and Fennec Shand. So this is a pretty cool set, and I do still like it. It's not as cool as the original one, but I do still like it overall. I just wish some of the looks of the building itself could be a little bit different, but I like all the characters that it comes with and everything. I think it's all pretty cool, so I'm still super excited about the set. And if we go and flip around here to the back of the box, we can see some more of the play features that are going to go on here. So all of it's going to be pretty cool to look at here for this set. And like I said, although it is a little bit different, I do still like it overall quite a bit. So let's go ahead and look at the actual set, starting with the figures. So here we have our 7 minifigures included with this set, and I think all look pretty cool. So let's start off with Boba Fett here, how he appears in the Book of Boba Fett and at the end of the Mandalorian, although a little bit different. So you can see he has his armor back and all repainted, so nice new fresh paint, and you can especially see on like his chest plate the darker green, which his helmet should match, and there is some of that dark green on the side of the helmet, but just the overall helmet design has that like mint green on it, and I don't like that look along with the jetpack as well. I feel it needs to be in that dark green, but unfortunately they just stuck with the green that it has. But overall I think it looks pretty cool where he's got the black outfit underneath, so like the Tusken armor and stuff, he still has like the belt around his waist, but then the nicely painted armor, so he's got like the shoulder armor there and the nice yellow on both sides and the knee pads and everything, so that just stands out really well. Of course he has his blaster gun there in his hand, the jetpack on the back, the rangefinder up on his head, and for the helmet we can take it off and see the face there of Boba Fett, so it looks pretty good. He just has the one face there, but he's got the nice little scars all over his head, so that all looks pretty cool. So not a bad Boba Fett, I just wish the helmet did match more with the rest of the armor. And along with him we also get Fennec Shand, so she looks pretty cool here as well, and her outfit, so in the all black and like orange color outfit. The only thing I don't like about this figure is that it doesn't include her helmet, which I think is pretty stupid, and for me I don't have any other version of her yet, so I would have liked to have the helmeted version, but you see she just has the face there, so I have a face where she's just kind of making a weird face. But she has this hair piece here with the long braided hair all in black, which is kind of annoying. Like, it's nice looking hair, but it's just annoying just trying to keep it on correctly and stuff. It just keeps going off to the side and everything, so that's annoying. But she also has a face there on the back of just like a normal face there, so that's probably what I should have instead of this face she's making here. But then she has the whole outfit, like I said, nice details and everything printing on the front and the back of the outfit there as well, so it just looks pretty good, nice printing on the arms and everything. And then she just comes with a long blaster as well. And next up we've got Bib Fortuna, which is really cool. I like getting characters from Jabba's palace. So we have him here where he's supposed to be, at the end of the Mandalorian, where he was like a much fatter version, although you don't really see much of the fatness, just with like his bigger, fatter head tentacles and stuff just hanging down there. But nice face overall for Bib there, where you can see some of his teeth and the red eyes and everything. I don't remember if he has any printing. Yeah, he does have like a worried face, so that'd probably be good for Boba Fett coming in to attack the palace. But overall looks pretty good, nice design and stuff for Lego with the head tails and everything. And then he's got the outfit on, so mostly all black but blue underneath, some blue gloves there and everything, nice printing on the legs, kind of get his tails out of the way, but you can see the design there on his chest as well, so looks like he's living the rich life sort of there, and maybe even some printing there on the back as well. And then he just has a staff in his hand, and that leads to the rest of our denizen of Jabba's palace. So first up here we have a Theelin Dancer, as she's labeled, but I do believe this is Rystall Stans, which is a dancer and was one of the singers at Jabba's palace and everything. It's just she's got a new hairdo. I was going to get a figure to show you what she's supposed to look like, at least while she appeared in the original Jabba's palace, but I may just put a picture up over here. But she's got a nice new hair design there. I really like that hair though, in the all pink, and it's just like a nice curly design, nice face printing since she is that alienish, so she has like the little spikes there on the side of her head, and just the designs there overall, so pretty nice. And then she's got an angry face there on the back, but pretty nice overall just with that hair. Like I said, the hair makes her look different from what she used to, but still nice overall. Then she's got an all white body, so you can see she has more of like that hourglass figure shape with the space there and the skin details going down there on her chest as well. So the all white like jumpsuit, and then you can see her little toes there on the end, so how she does have sort of like hairy feet or just sort of weird feet, but with these weird little toe pieces on the end of them. Like I said, if I had that figure, you would have seen it. But I am excited that they did include her. It's something that stands out, and like with her different look and everything, I do really like this. And then as always with Jabba's Palace, we have to have a Gamorrean Guard, so we get one thrown in here. It looks pretty standard for Gamorrean Guard, probably a new design overall. It's been quite a while since I've had one. It has the nice green skin, the pig face design stuff, the tusk and everything looks pretty nice. Armor on the top of him there looks really nice, just overall nice fur design and everything. So it's a nice simple piece where it's a whole like body section on over the top there. So that's pretty nice. And then nice printing on the legs as well, just on the front there with the nice green gimbal, like little Spartan shoes and stuff. So very nice with the axe in his hand. Then we get a Weequay, which I know we got with like the skiff from years ago and stuff, but I don't think we've had one in a while. But looks a little bit different, so we don't really seem as much as a Weequay and everything, but looks pretty nice with the all wrinkled face. You can see the designs there all over the face and around to the back where we see the head braids starting to come down. You can see the braids carry on to the back there as well, and some in the front. So that's nice. Got just a nice shirt on over the top of like some armor and everything there. Nice printing on the front and back for both of those, and then just has all brown pants and a blaster in his hand. And finally we have a Quarren, which is pretty cool that we got one included. So one of the squid's head, as they're commonly known stuff. So again, just another nice denizen to throw in with the Jabba's Palace. So very nice there with nice squid head, just overall nice printing, nice mold design, everything for it, just really nice. And underneath we can see that it does have some nice body printing, so with its outfit design, everything looks just pretty nice overall. Nice white pants with some printing on as well, and the printing carried around there onto the back and everything. So just a really nice figure. Again, something I don't think I've ever had like a Quarren, so getting one like this is pretty cool. So getting a nice squid head character to throw in is awesome. So very nice selection for the minifigures. Just overall we get a nice wide selection, though like I said, the only thing I'm disappointed in is that Fennec Shand didn't come with her helmet, so if that would have been included, this set would have been perfect. Now this leads to our palace build, and it looks pretty nice overall. Like I said, it's not as good as the original Jabba's Palace, but I do really like it a lot because I like the separation of like the tower piece on this side, which the Jabba's Palace did, and it was much taller, so that was nicer, but I still like that. But then we also have this extra little like sitting room over here on the side that is really nice. I like that's included, but the center is still pretty similar to the Jabba's Palace. We still have the seat in the middle, but instead of just like the open platform for Jabba to sit on, we now have a nice chair design, which is pretty nice overall that we'll look at. And just overall the thing, like I said, looks nice. It's just not as cool like, you know, for the Rancor pit. We just have this piece just sitting on the end here that doesn't really do much. It's just kind of stationary there hanging off of the front, but I just like overall the details and everything. But let's actually, before we go into too much, we'll go and flip it around here so you can see the backside of it, so you know it would be like the outside of Jabba's Palace, which on the original one did look pretty nice. You know, it did look like Jabba's Palace, so that's one thing that was cool. But this one doesn't look nearly as much. I know they had to switch the top because with that original Jabba's Palace there was an issue with like some religious thing, because the whole top, you know, signified some religion stuff, so they had to kind of get rid of that, which I understand that, but I thought it looks so much better with that. And then we have of course the tower section over here, or the main entrance. Again, not nearly as tall of a tower, but I'm at least glad they still included it. And then on the other side we just have the back of the little sitting area, but we do have some stuff out here. So obviously we have like a little snake down here on the front, so that's kind of cool. I guess I don't know why it's there, but they did include it. And then on the far side here, of course, have the door entrance. So we have the door with the little like robot eye that can pop out and like talk to people and everything. And then we have the door itself that can lift up. So I don't think there's an easy way to lift up. I just know you kind of have to have the eye pushed in there, and then you can start lifting it up and it'll slide up there so you can get the actual entrance. We have some nice guns over the gate that you can like move around and stuff to aim more down, so if someone's trying to break in or something, there is some defense going on there. So that is pretty nice, I guess, just overall. But you know, I just think I did like the gate a little bit more on the other one. Just the function is there, just not as nice. And then there's like a little step up here so you can have characters, you know, stepping up to watch over the gate, and a nice, I guess, little entrance piece to go into the actual tower there, which if we flip around we can see the tower. So we have some like binoculars hanging off the side, so again, if someone is on watch. And then we have the main entrance, so again, if you have the door lifted up for people to come in there, they can come in. And then there's stairs, a nice little like computer thing here on the side, cup sitting over here as well. And this is where we get our first little play feature. So we have the stairs that move, so we have this little thing on the side that can twist and will dump people off. So if we take our character like our Quarren here, make it like he's just come into Jabba's palace there, but oh no, he's got shot or something and he gets dumped off this stair. So a fun little feature, doesn't really do much, but it works enough to just dump him off, so I guess it kind of works. And with this little section as well, it is clipped in on a hinge, so you can twist it to the side. So if you want to have it more like it is in the show and everything, where they have the entrance and over here to the side of the palace, it kind of works just like that. So you can have it off to the side. Don't feel from the outside it doesn't work any better, but to set it up how it does in the show and everything works. And you can do the same with this side as well, where you can unhinge it and move it forward here, so it's like creating more of that big open area of the throne room. And while we're here, might as well go to this side as well. So from this, on the top here, we just have a little section of the stand characters where we have a barrel that the lid can comes off, and I can't really show it to you or anything, but there are some like thermal detonator little pieces in there, so you can have those just stored. So I guess if someone attacks, they're there for people to use. But down inside we have just a little sitting area. It reminds me of like the canteen and stuff, but we have 2 seats there and a table with some glass and stuff, and then a cup there in the back and everything. Now, one thing that bothers me, if you look over here to the side, it looks like there's almost like an entrance. I know it's very close to like the chair here, but it just has an entrance design, so it's like you can maybe come over into this section, which if you have it open like it is, there's this section over here too, so it could be like someone could walk through here and go in, but unfortunately they don't line up. You can see, so like the wall piece just goes right in the middle of the entranceway, so they don't line up. So I feel this section needs to like be moved back some, so then they would actually line up. So like I said, it could be like someone walking through here and going straight into the entrance piece here into this little room, although I know for the whole palace it's supposed to be like this, so they would just walk here. But I just think it's just weird to have that design of the 2 like entryways, but they're blocked and kind of run into each other, so that's just a little bit of a letdown. But nice little room design thrown on here that we did not get with the first Jabba's palace set, so I like having that included. And that leads us to our main throne section here, which looks pretty nice overall. So we have the throne and then like the Rancor pit gate and everything, so that all looks nice. And what's cool with this is that it actually slides out and everything, so we can actually just grab onto it and it will slide right out of the place, so there we can actually look at the throne a little bit better. So again, the Rancor gate is kind of just attached onto here, but then we have the throne that Bib Fortuna sits in. It's not a nice design, like from this point of view it looks relatively nice, but when you start seeing how it looks in there, it doesn't really work as well. But I like the nice Rancor heads on the side. Usually there's some details down here, but they just have the nice stud pieces. We have the slides that go into the sections down there. We have some food and drinks and like little seat pieces here on the side for people and everything, so it's just a nice little place. And we can go and take our characters. So we have the Quarren again here. We'll just kind of pop him there like he's sitting in the chair. There's this little function on the side here. You just move it forward and it pops him off. So it can be like when Boba Fett first comes in and then shoots him and he can just pop off the seat and everything. So pretty fun little feature there. Like I said, doesn't really do much, very little movement into it, but at least does something. But just pretty nice design just overall. I do really like that. And with that out of the way, we can kind of see more into the actual palace piece here. So underneath it, underneath the seat, we have some like guns and some, I guess, some Beskar. It kind of looks like there's some like metal pieces that normally look like Beskar, so those are just kind of hidden under the seat there. Over to the side we have what's kind of like the hookah or something, like Jabba had the big thing next to the side of him on the seat, but it's like a nice hookah thing. So we have like the jar piece with the bait piece that goes into your mouth or whatever and stuff there, so pretty interesting. It's got that just included stuck over here on the side of the wall that you can take off to give to Bib. And then back behind it we do have like a spit roast thing, so we have some stuff on the roast that's kind of like rotisserie or something like that. So we have a wheel here that we can spin to spin the chicken around, and obviously with this it's hard to see because of the lighting, but we do also have the grating here on the top, so the grating does let light in, so if I block it, it doesn't let nearly as much light in, so that is a nice feature, but it doesn't really need to do much and stuff. So I guess instead of like having the stuff on top like the roof of the thing, they just left it open now with the grating, so light comes in like it does in the show. We have another seat, what looks like back here, a case with some bones in it. We have a chest back here in the back that may have some guns in it, I don't remember. There's a table, and then we have more details and everything on the back, which speaking of, we also have the back that opens, and I can never remember which way it opens, but if we spin it around here, it's a nice way to easily see more of the stuff from the back. But it again is just attached on that it can pop loose and open up, so there you can see the back of the fire spit. Again, nice table with a glass and the stuff back there, but then we also have this details back here in the back, so it looks like maybe part of like the kitchen or whatever. There's some cups and stuff sitting on a table. Nice control panel back here, some red light things. Again, don't know what these are supposed to be exactly, but just a nice detailed design just overall for the section piece back here, just to add more into it, so it's not just a completely flat wall. So just add some more features into it, and again opens up so you can get more room back in here instead of trying to reach through the front. So I like that additional function there. It doesn't really do much, but it just adds some more details. And then like over here on the side, once again, if you have this out of the way, you can have another little entrance there into the side of the throne room. So that's really all there is. Again, we can take the throne and just slide it back in. So again, you just have to line up with the black pieces on the sides there, and they just slide right into the slot. So it goes right back into place there. And that's really all there is for the throne room. I think especially like if you had this on on display. It'd definitely be better to set it up like this and then have all the characters spread around. But just so you can see everything all open, we'll just go ahead and do it like that. So very nice set overall, I would say. Obviously not the best. Like I said, the original Jabba's Palace is definitely much better. I prefer it so much more. But I do have to say I was more surprised and happy with this set than I thought I would be. And I think the set overall is pretty decent. I love all the characters. Like I said, getting all the characters is the thing I like the most about this set. That's what made me the happiest. So I definitely really enjoy this set. So there I got a little scene set up like the end of the Mandalorian series. So let me know what you thought of this set down in the comments. Like I said, not the best set overall, but I still am pretty happy with it and not disappointed that I got this at all. But let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, please let me know with a thumbs up. And I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.